Okay guys, we're going to run around some of the products that we do. We're really focused at JMACX on Australian manufacture. So as a business, JMACX use as much Australian manufacture as we physically can. Our goal as a business is to keep manufacturing here in Australia so that we have Australian jobs. The big thing is the quality that we make in Australia is some of the best manufactured parts in the world. A lot of the manufacturers here in Australia, they ship worldwide. They're renowned for their quality and how well we make stuff. So these are our leaf diffs. There's a batch of leaf diffs that have just come off the machine. So, these things here, made here, machined here, all the parts are all made here. There's nothing imported on this product. So everything's done here. These things are built in jigs. They're all specifically laser cut, folded, and manufactured strong. The other thing that we do that we don't see a lot of in the industry is everything for us is CNC machine finished. Now, it's one thing to build a housing, put it in a jig, get it all straight. The bottom line is, whenever you weld anything, you're going to get distortion. It's inevitable. So once these things come out of their jig and then they're checked for straight, and adjusted, and then once they come out, they get full CNC finished machining. So as you can see here, all the machine finishing is done. So these things are guaranteed to be true. The other thing we do is we pressure test these things as we manufacture them as well. So these are just a sample of what we do and what we manufacture here. So we'll go through and we'll have a look at some of the other components. Okay, this is one of our axles, straight out of the CNC machine. That one there will be ready to go to heat treatment. Once they come out of heat treatment, they get straightened, shot blasted, then they're ready to roll. So we do these axles in EN26 M300M. Also our drive plates, they're 4340, heat treated, coated, all ready to go. So that'll give you an insight on what we do in axles. We're down at our Brisbane manufacturing facility looking at our radius arms. So our radius arms are made here in Brisbane. They start their life as a piece of 40mm thick Biz 80. Now, one thing we're seeing in the market for radius arms is everybody's using solid material, whether it be Biz 80 or a mild steel variant or whatever. The problem we see is they have welded eyes on them, which creates an inherent weakness anyway. So regardless of how rigid this arm is, if you've got welded eyes, it's only as strong as the eye that's welded on it. The other one we've got is engineering issues with the welding of front end components. There's quite a lot of engineering documentation and process required for an engineer to be able to sign off on that particular product. However, using a full CNC machine process, we can then have definite engineering data and detail to verify the engineering process to make these certifiable in any vehicle on the road. There's no queries on it or no extra work that needs to be required. So it's a very simple process. So the problem I've got with the big solid arm is these things are like ridiculously heavy. Like that's about 20 kilos. So once we take that material and we machine it and finish it, it weighs 9.4 or 9.2 kilos, exactly the same as a factory arm. However, because they're made out of Biz 80, they're a lot stronger, they're more resilient to bending. So you're seeing about 60% strength difference in the arm itself. The other issue you've got with something that's this solid and rigid is bushes. So if this arm doesn't flex and bend, it puts excessive amounts of stress on these bushes. So these bushes just chew out, they flog out. These arms can bend and flex with the bushes. They don't have any bush life issues. They're the ultimate arm on the market. We then take these arms and we get them SA5 coated. Now SA5 is a high cobalt coating and it's got an 800 hours salt spray life. And then they can be powder coated by choice or whatever. But that's our normal arm that we do in a straight format. If you want one for the DPF model, they come in the different profiles. So that'll just give you some insight on what we do. As far as engineering goes, these things are engineerable, no issues whatsoever, but that'll give you some insight on our radius arms. Okay, so another item that we have manufactured is our high clearance plates. Now, these things are designed for leaf suspension on a 79 series Land Cruiser, and they're designed to give you more clearance under your leaf pack. So what we did is we took, I suppose, what was currently in the market, a lot of welded fabricated stuff with U-bolts, and we've gone away from that process of how people make things and sort of looked at how they're made and why we should make them different. So what we've done is we've gone in, got Bisalloy 80, we've CNC machined this out of one piece. So there's no welding on it, it's all exact tolerance. It also is SA5 coated, again like our radius arm, so 800 hours salt spray life. Clear sway bars, gives you more clearance on your shock at the back of the diff for larger shocks. But instead of using U-bolts, we've gone to a bolt system. Now, what you'll find with U-bolts is they predominantly twist and turn and carry on. These things hold the system in a much more rigid position, giving you a better drive quality. And a lot of the products we make, we're focused on not just load carrying capacity and strength, but drive quality. How does that car drive, empty, loaded, etc. But that'll just give you a bit of an insight on something else we make. We'll go and move on to something else and show you a bit more. Okay, so we've just wandered down to the fabrication workshop where the boys have removed this chassis from a jig. It's all pre-painted internally, welded, ready to go onto the vehicle. So the boys will paint this and we'll take it back up and get the boys to fit it. So we do these chassis in a 79 4.5 ton, a 200 4.5 ton, plus the two 6x6 variants. But this will give you some insight and a bit of an overview as to what we actually do at JMACX. So if you want any more information on what we do, contact us at jmax.com.au.